What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis PRIME. Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and welcome back to the very first episode of La Copa America. We're gonna be walking you over every single game that happens here, and as a true South American, as you can see, I'm from Peru. This is just a competition I really want to cover and give you guys content about it, because football here in South America between South American teams is very different. And I think that we saw it in today's game. The very first 45 minutes, Bolivia really gave a very hard time to Brazil. And I didn't know exactly what were Brazil going to do to break through them, but at the end of the day, a guy, Philippe Coutinho, you could say the main man from Brazil now that Neymar is injured, came out from the dust, just wiped out an entirely horrendous season for Barcelona and showed that he's still a quality player. So we're gonna be talking everything about this game, everything that you need to know if you missed this match, and also we're gonna be mentioning how this can impact different aspects of football, of course, for the upcoming season. So if you're excited for that, be sure to drop us a like, leave us a subscribe, turn on the bell notification icon, and follow us on all other social media to keep up to date. You get the deal, you know the drill, so let's get right into it. And one more thing before starting off this video, be sure to check out our friends at Golazo Jersey. Links are also going to be in the description down below. They're a very good place to get cheap, reliable, quality footballing kits, so go there and get yours. So I know that a lot of you here on this channel, the very first thing that you want me to talk about is going to be Coutinho. How can a player having such a horrible season at club level come here and perform like that? The reason is very simple. Coutinho has been playing at a midfield role here at Brazil, and he has been really demonstrating that it's much better for him to be away from the area and actually run towards it than actually being in it. He's not a good man when he's the last one. He likes to come into space, he likes to dribble with the ball towards that. And the two goals, well, apart from the penalty kick, the very first goal that he scored outside the field, he was the guy coming into it. He was the guy that saw the cross and he was running towards the area. That's the top of Coutinho we should see at club level at Barcelona, not a Coutinho where he's actually the last man. This is something that I've been mentioning time and time again, and if we actually play Coutinho in the midfield, I honestly don't see any problem with him staying. The problem is whether Valverde and the board and everything are gonna decide to stick with Coutinho as a left winger. If they decide to do that, we should tell him right away, and Coutinho should be better off elsewhere. That is why also him going to Chelsea might not be the right move for him, because Hazard play a little more of an advanced role to what Coutinho actually likes to do. We can see that here in Brazil, he's a much better player, like I said, when he has the ball towards the area, not actually when he's on the ball within the area. He likes to run towards it. So that's the main reason why Coutinho performed as good as he did for today's game. And it was until Coutinho that actually showed up that Brazil started playing good. Before that, it was just Bolivia being so defensive, parking the bus, because that's mostly what they can do, and Brazil just not being able to create enough chances. I really didn't understand the plan here from Tite, or Chichi if you want to really be accurate with the naming. He played two number 5 in Fernandinho and Casemiro. Really, which one of them are going to create you good passing lanes, or who's gonna be able to pickpocket those spaces? Coutinho can do that, but you need somebody else to be the metronome. There wasn't nobody can do that. I would have risked Arthur, or at least play Lucas Paquetá, not play Fernandinho and Casemiro, even when you know that you're gonna have a team like Bolivia, which are gonna do nothing on the counterattack. You could say that Tite was kind of thinking forward to the next few games against Peru and Venezuela, which are teams that actually do like to propose a little bit more football than Bolivia, but still, you need somebody else to create that. It was a very dreadful match, and until Coutinho actually turned up and started acting as those two players in the midfield should have done, it was a very dreadful game. Like I was saying before in my prediction, and not too many of you were believing in me, South American football, it's very different to everywhere elsewhere. It's a football where honestly anybody can beat anyone. Very similar to what people would say in the Premier League or whatsoever. It's a team, it's a game that it's dreadful. You need to actually work for it, and not only from the footballing side, you have to be very physical as well. Brazil had a lot of players like that on this field, and you could say that it also was helping them to actually reach the goals and create those chances. So overall, like I said, Brazil, good, not good second half, not as much as a decent first half, but they managed to get out of it. I think they were kind of thinking against to the teams, like I said, that we're going to face later on. But I'm a little bit worried what's going to happen when they face a team like an Argentina, an Uruguay, a Colombia, teams that, of course, has much more football at their disposal. I don't think having 2 number 5s and being as pragmatic as Brazil can do, is good for them, because they got so much football on the bench with Arthur, with Lucas Paqueta, and even other players up top that they could bring in. They could even put Firmino as a center forward and even start Gabriel Jesus. They got many different options to create attacking football, and going for a pragmatic style, I don't think it's the way to go. And one final player I want to comment on is Everton from Gremio, 23 years old, very fast. I was impressed by that. I didn't think that guy was as fast as I've never seen him play, okay? So I was genuinely surprised. He did a very good job, and every ball he touched, he actually was kind of thinking forward. And that's what you need to have on a player. And that's the difference between someone that can be just a decent player to be an actual world class. So I think clubs should be looking into him, because by the few minutes I've seen, he really demonstrates. And of course that golazo can have a little bit bias onto it, but I just think he had a very different impact performance. I still don't think that he's gonna be playing in front of people like David Neres or even Willian and Richarlison, but he can be a very good impact player from the bench for Brazil in the next games to come. I think we need to keep an eye on him. He might be kind of like the revelation for this Copa America. Well, guys, before wrapping up, we're going to be talking about the games that we are going to be seeing tomorrow. We got Peru versus Venezuela and Argentina versus Colombia. Quickly, between Peru and Venezuela, I think it's going to be a very, very even game. Both teams are meeting at a time where footballistically they're at the same level. I think that Peru have a little bit of a problem creating play and actually scoring goals, but hopefully with the incorporation of Guerrero and Farfan, we're going to be seeing a team that, well, can do that, can score those goals. I think that we're going to be lacking still a guy which is good on one-on-ones, because Venezuela are not good in transition when it comes to defending, so I still think that we need a fast player in our side. If Ricardo Gareca decides to drop Carrillo, it's fine by me, but introducing him in the second half must be a priority if we still are not in the lead by then. In the case of Venezuela, they got Salomon Rondon, they got Joseph Martinez. They have, I think, a little bit more outlets to actually transition, but they're not as deadly overall from open play. Overall, well, yeah, I am going to use overall twice. Overall, I think it's going to be a 2-1 victory for Peru. Fingers crossed. Let's see if we can get the 3 points. In the case of Argentina versus Colombia, we got two sides which I think are very balanced. I really do think they're balanced. I think that Argentina can generally be a lot stronger when it comes to the individual names that it has on its squad, like Messi, Agüero, Di Maria, Lo Celso. But Argentina as a collective has certainly much more of a process. Argentina, I'm telling you guys, and you're gonna hate me for it, like, we want Messi to win, blah, 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 blah. I'm a Barcelona fan, but I'm not just living under a rock. I don't think Argentina are ready to win this cup. I think that if they want to win it, they're going to have to work their ass off, not by playing football, but by actually matching the teams that they're going to be facing by work rates, by running. If they want to win it, they're going to have to do that. They're going to have to do it by spirit. Against Colombia, they got much more of a process in it. They got a squad that has been to 2 World Cups, 2 Copa Americas. Argentina is just starting. I want Messi to win, so the debate is actually over. So nobody can say, oh, Messi didn't win anything with Argentina. I want him to win it. But I cannot lie to you guys. I don't think Argentina are as challenging as they're going to be, basically, the people are putting them into. I don't really think it's that obvious. So I think this could be a draw. I'm going to be leaving the lineups for the games here on screen so you can start discussing and making your own judgments. But I think it's going to be close. I'm actually going to give this game a 2-2 draw. I think that if Argentina is going to start, I don't think they're going to start right away. I think it's going to be good for them actually to start kind of like building up. You know, they start with a draw, then they get the win, then they get the win, and they progress like that. If they draw against Colombia, it's not the end of the world. They can even score more goals against Paraguay, and the very same thing against Qatar. So, and it's not the end of the world by any means. I'm really excited to see that game as well, because for Colombia, it's going to be kind of like their moment. They have to really impose themselves to say, we can win this cup. Because for many people here in South America, Colombia are favorites. Even if it's crazy. But for a lot of them, Colombia must win this cup. You might not think so, but that's what people say. So I don't know, guys, what do you think? Leave me your predictions and thoughts of the games in the comment box down below, and be sure to join us tomorrow for day 2 of La Copa America, where we're gonna be talking, of course, about Peru, Venezuela, and Argentina versus Colombia. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.